Hello everybody, it's Nicola and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I blog over at thefrugalcottage.com all about budgeting, money saving, bit of investing, that kind of thing. And if you're not new, then welcome back, it's nice to see you again. So it's the end of the first week in September, so I've got a new cash envelope stuffing video for you. Have to say, September feels much more in control than August did, and I know we're only in the first week, so I don't want to jinx anything. But it's definitely going better so far, and I feel much more kind of calm about it, and like I know that I'll be okay this month. Does that make sense? And getting back in a routine has definitely helped as well. Anyway, so let's get started. So you can see I've got my cash here. Now I go to a cash point to get my cash out for my cash envelopes, and this one didn't have any £10 notes, so I'm going to have to do a bit of shuffling around. But I'll explain that in a second. So, take out my envelopes from here. I have to say I'm loving this planner setup. It's so good. I'll link these below just in case anyone wants to have a look. So, here are my envelopes. I might zoom in slightly if I can. There we go. So food, let's put this over here. So food is a starting point. What have I got left in there? I've got 17p left in my food envelope, so I went right close to Y there with that. And actually I'm going to put slightly more in this one this week because we've got nothing in our house. I talk a lot about having a stockpile, but since we've had our kitchen done, I haven't got round to kind of building one up, and it really shows. So like in the freezer, for example, at the moment we've only got, I think, frozen Yorkshire puddings and some peas. Whereas before we had all the work done, I'd have had loads of different things in the freezer. Even things like frozen pizza, just so you've got something on hand, you know, for those nights where you can't be bothered to cook. But we've literally got nothing in there, so I'm going to put some more in this envelope. Also, my parents are coming for tea today, so I'm doing a bigger meal than normal. I'm going to do roast dinner, so instead of putting the £60 in that I did last week, I'm going to put in £80 in there. So let's see, so 20, 40, 80. Now I'm not saying I'm going to spend all of that, especially not on our weekly shop, but I do want to start building up my stockpile things, just so we have other stuff in. And I don't know about anybody who's stockpiling anything for Brexit. I don't know whether, I keep umming and ahhing over that. I wrote a post about it a while ago, food things in case, but most people I talk to think that that's a really silly idea because we're not going to run out of food, but you know, we don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen. That's half the problem. Anyway, so I put £80 in there. That's in there, look. I'm hoping not to spend all of that, but at the same time I might use some of that for getting extra things in, so we'll see. So that's that. Now petrol, this is the one where I'm going to have to kind of shuffle around. Oh sorry, that's the one I want. I put £20 in last week and that's gone, but I kind of need to put in slightly more. I wanted to put £30 in here, so what I'm going to have to do is I don't know. What envelope is this? So the miscellaneous envelope has a £5 note in it. I might transfer that to the petrol, sorry you can't see that very well. I might transfer that to the petrol envelope and then put in £25 worth of petrol in this week. And that will go, so that kind of shuffles along from that. I really wanted to get a £10 note in there, but never mind. Apparently £10 notes are quite hard to come by. So there, can you see that? It's not focusing very well this morning. Come on camera. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take this £5 note out of here. So this is the miscellaneous envelope, and I had that left over. So I'm going to put that back there. So for petrol, I'm now going to put this £5 note in plus an extra 20 and put £25 worth of petrol in. The car is pretty low on petrol. £20 doesn't go very far these days, let's put it that way. But that should do me for the week until, I don't think I'm going anywhere else this week particularly. No, so that should be fine. And I pop that in the petrol envelope. Although that assumes that I can get it to £25 bang on. I'm getting better at getting it to like a round number, so to speak. So there you go, that's £25 gone into petrol. I never normally do like a £5 something, but there we go. So that's over there. And then the only other envelope I am actually adding cash to this week is the miscellaneous one. Now I've just taken that £5 out, but there's still, what's left in there? Like £3.69 is left. So if I add this £20 to this, that gives me £23.69 in the miscellaneous envelope for the week. I bought cat food yesterday, so I don't know. Oh, I can't get that in there today. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. I don't know really what I will come out of that. But £20 in there. That was always going to be £20 in there. Miscellaneous budget is £100 for the month, so £20-ish a week. And some, as you'll see, tomorrow I've got a kind of a budget recap for the first week in September. You'll see that some weeks I'll go quite near that, and other weeks I won't. Just depends, obviously. I'll use some of that today because we need things like kitchen roll, toilet roll. I need some more conditioner. That all comes out of this miscellaneous envelope. So we'll see what's left. And then the children envelope. I'm not putting anything extra in there because it still has £20 and 15 pence left in there. So that started the week. Like it had £26 and 15 pence in, and we've spent £6 out of that. But there's still £20 left in, so I'm not going to add any more to that. I don't think I'm doing very much this week. Although I don't know if Alfie's gymnastics fees are due next weekend, so I might have to, we'll see, I might have to add slightly more to that. But for now I'm going to leave that at £20, and then we'll see. And then, because I'm doing no spend September, eating out has nothing in it and will have nothing in it all month. No spend September means no eating out. And then clothes, this does have a budget of £40 for the month, but I didn't put anything in this last week and I don't intend to this week either. Don't foresee me buying any clothes this week. So these two envelopes are empty. That's got the £20 in from last week, that's going to stay there. Miscellaneous has had a bit of a shuffle around, but that's because I needed the extra bit for petrol. Petrol's got £25 in, which I will spend later. And food has £80 in. £80 and what was that? 17 pence in there. So they are my cash envelopes for the week. And to be honest, I'll have spent from 3 of them. Yeah, 3 of them by the end of today, because I'm going to go and do the food shop and put petrol in the car for the week. So so by the end of the day, some of them will be pretty empty again, but that's okay, that's how it works. I love the handling cash and using cash as our spending. It really does make it so much more like obvious that you're spending money. Like when you swipe a card, or for me anyway, when you kind of swipe a card, especially when you've got contactless, it really doesn't feel very much like you're spending money. And I know that might seem daft, but when you hand over physical cash, like the notes, so I've just put £80 in that food envelope. If I was to hand over £80, that's, you know, that's a lot of money, and you can see that, and that's the difference. So yeah, so for the week 2 of September, that's the plan for the cash envelopes. Do you use cash envelopes? Let me know what your system is, and I will see you tomorrow with my September week 1 update. Thanks for watching.